Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I am Moses, and this is Urban Backyard Container Gardening. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you as well. I appreciate your support. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the process that I go through to fill my raised beds when I first put them together. I use a process called Hugelkultur to fill my raised beds. So in my most two recent beds, I have already started the process. Stage one consists of putting down large amounts of cardboard into the bottom of each bed. Once it breaks down, the cardboard will attract earthworms, and over time, the earthworms will release worm castings and other nutrients into the soil, which will be beneficial not only for my plants, but beneficial for the environment in the soil and the microorganisms. The next step is to place large logs that have been discarded into the bed. So in this bed, I placed, I want to say 4 or 5 very large logs that were cut on 2 years ago from a tree that fell during a hurricane. And at the time, I didn't know that I would be needing them, and I wanted to get rid of them, but I never did. And I'm glad that I didn't, because they came in handy. The next step is to add large amounts of organic material in the form of leaves, twigs, branches into the end. I did that to where the bed was maybe a foot below being filled. And we later on watered them down thoroughly to help begin and help with the breakdown process. So stage two consists of actually adding soil, compost, and amendments into each of the beds. I was able to catch soil on sale. I go ahead and put maybe 6 to 7 bags of soil in each raised bed, and then we're going to add the amendments. So we have the soil in, or as much as I think that we need. Next, we're going to add the amendments. And the amendments are in the form of vermiculite. A large bag is perlite, rabbit fertilizer, some homemade compost from my Vigo composter, some azomite, bone and blood meal, and some alfalfa pellets. We're going to go ahead and add that in, and then we're going to mix it up with my shovel. So we have both of the beds now filled, and as is, the beds are ready to be planted in. However, for me, there is a stage 3 in this process. Stage 3 consists of connecting the drip system that will allow the plants to get watered to my water supply. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So the first thing that we have to do is to connect a pressure regulator to my drip line underneath the beds. So this is a pressure regulator. It has 20 psi, or pressure per square inch, or I'm sorry, pounds per square inch. This I'm going to go ahead and install and show you how I do it. Anything more than 20 psi will blow my drip emitters out and will cause a complete mess. Regulator, hopefully you can see pretty well. We have the pressure regulator connected to a T where the water is coming in, and then we're going to build a riser so that water can come up into the bed. Since the bed is 3 feet off the ground, we want a piece of tubing that is 3 feet so that it can connect from our T down here and rise up to the raised bed. Into there, we're going to cut about this much off, and then on this bed, but not this particular bed, we'll turn the water, will continue over to that bed. So this piece here on our on-off valve, like this, and then screw this piece down. The elbow that we just did, we're going to cut this, make it a little shorter up there. Okay, the elbow that we just built is going to slide in here. There we go. And we're going to get a little piece, about 2 inches, maybe 3. And connect it to this end. Screw this piece down so that it covers our connection. Another elbow and on this end. The thing with PVC piping or tubing such as this, if you leave it out in the sun, it's easier and more pliable, which is something that I did not do. So you have to use a little elbow grease to get it on, but once it's on, it's snug. And we have our riser. Now we're just going to connect it to our T-post down here. We have installed the drip system on bed 1. It is in the form of a spider type. I have this in my circular bed with the onions in it. I have 3 drip zones on this side and 4 drip zones on that side. And on this one, this is set up more like the conventional way I do my raised beds, where I have the drip lines running the length of the bed. Now we do have a little header space here for where the connection is here, but overall that's not going to matter too much. We have the drip system installed, and we also went ahead and set up a drip system for our 5-gallon bucket area that we're going to have in spring as well. So we just ran the main line down, connected a T, and ran main line to the left, main line to the right, and poked some holes in and put a sprinkler head on each section. So I want to thank you for coming along with me while we did the drip system installation on these raised beds and my 5-gallon bucket container area. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope it brought a smile to your face and a little joy to your heart. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Is this something that you all do with your raised beds, or do you do the hand watering, which is what I used to do? That takes a long time, very, very long time, and it's tedious. This works well for me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of food by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell all, so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will also, so it's okay to share. So until next time, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without him, we are nothing. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow.